Hey everybody, and welcome back to Baking with Joy. We're back tonight with another quick, simple video. But it's not a dessert that we're making tonight. It is old-time summer squash casserole. So, to make this casserole, I'm not going to measure out anything, but I will put my measurements in the description box. So what we have here is I boiled about 4 cups of sliced up squash. I washed them, cut the ends of them, just yellow summer squash. And I sliced them up into slices and chopped up about a medium onion and boiled this till it was soft and tender on the stove. And then, as you know, squash has a lot of moisture to it, a lot of water. So I drained it in my strainer and drained the water off. But as you can see, some is still in there. So while my squash and onions were hot, and I mashed them up with a potato masher and just kind of got the chunks out of them a little bit. And they're so soft, they mashed right up. I put 1 whole stick of butter in there, and I seasoned it with salt and pepper, about a teaspoon of each of salt and pepper. And I just and I just chunked up my squash and onion mixture that was soft into small chunks. It was soft and fork tender. Seasoned it with a teaspoon each of salt and pepper. Everybody, I apologize for the interruption. We are resuming after that little interruption. But I took a whole stick of butter and just let it melt down into the hot squash and onions. And then, like I said, I'm not going to measure up anything, but I will put the measurements in the description box. And I'm going to say about 1/4 to a cup of sour cream I'm going to stir up in here. I got my oven preheated to 350, by the way. And we're just going to mix this together with this spatula. Okay, the next ingredient is cream of mushroom soup. You can use cream of chicken soup also. So far we have 1 stick of melted butter in here, a teaspoon each of salt and pepper. And we started with 4 cups of boiled soft tender squash with 1 medium onion. And I boiled the onion and the squash together. Now that looks delicious. Now our next ingredient we're going to put in here is about a cup of cheese. Or about 3/4 cup. So this is 8 ounces, so I'm going to use just about all of this. And what I'm going to do is the remaining bit of this cheese, I'm going to use on top. So I'm going to stir my cheese. Get it mixed in good. Now, the last ingredient I'm going to put in here, I like to use the herb seasoned Pepperidge Farm stuffing mix. And I'm going to use again about 3/4 to a cup of it. And I'm going to reserve just a little bit for the top. In place of the stuffing mix, you could use a sleeve of crushed up Ritz crackers. Some people use crushed up saltines, but I do like the taste of the herb seasoned stuffing mix in my squash casserole. And that's probably about 3/4 of a cup. And we're just going to stir all that in. Okay, everybody, that is all there is to it. Now I've got a glass 13 by 9 pan. And I'm just going to moisten all those breadcrumbs, stuffing mix crumbs in there. And so what we're going to do is I've got this 13 by 9 glass pan. And we're just going to empty all of this mixture up in here, up in our pan. Spread it out. Get it good and smooth. And take this remaining cheese and just sprinkle it all over the top. Kind of even it out a little. And I'm going to take about a fourth cup of breadcrumbs. Put it on top. Okay, there we go. That's it. I'm going to put this in a 350-degree oven for about 40 to 45 minutes till it's nice and brown, and when it's done, we'll come back. Okay, everybody, after 45 minutes at 350 degrees, my squash casserole is out of the oven, and it is beautiful. The cheese is browned, and you have your crumb topping on top. And it's nice and buttery, and it's still hot. So I'm going to end this right here, and thank you for watching today and joining me and letting me share in this squash casserole recipe with you. And until next time, this has been Baking with Joy, and God bless.